So 2 weeks ago, I made a video, this one train up here, on how to resolve no internet connection on CapCut. And a lot of persons practice what I said and it worked for them. As some of them reached out to me on WhatsApp, and for those who it couldn't work for, we had to look for other means, to get it resolved. Now, this is why it is happening. Since CapCut increased their fee, or rather placed a fee on the app, a lot of persons have been looking for shorter cuts, right, on how to see access the app without getting to pay that amount of money. So there have been other CapCut app APK files that you can get from somebody for a cheaper amount, and then when you install it, you will still have access to all of the pro versions. But I think that in the past 1 month or two, CapCut has looked for a way to block those apps, right? They are looking for a way to block those apps off. So if you have an app, a CapCut app that wasn't gotten from Play Store, and then you are having no internet connection, it simply means that CapCut are looking for a way to block those apps. So everybody who gets to access CapCut app access the right one and pay for the pro features. Now, in a bid to do that, it's now simply meant that for everybody who had, or most people who had the APK files, their files began to malfunction. You could no longer access some features, the app became slower, it became this and it became that. But for those who are using the one they go from App Store and what's the other one called? Play Store, theirs still working properly. So long as you can pay for the pro version, yours will be working properly. Now, this is what I believe has been happening, and that's the reason why even up to now, I say I had a complaint. Somebody still complained that their own file was not working. It was still saying no internet connection. There are three things I'm going to be suggesting here. The first one is you can just go ahead and use the one you get from Apple Store or Play Store and just pay for the pro feature if you can afford it, right? If you can afford it, go ahead and use that, pay for the pro feature and get to use it without any issues, right? Now, the other alternative I'm going to be suggesting is that you can try out other editing apps. There's now Edit, right? Owned by Meta. There's Edit. There is now InShot. As a matter of fact, let me even show you this information. I saw this on Instagram recently, and this is what the information says. Let's watch this for a few minutes. So, with this being said here on in this video, it's being suggested that instead of you to wait for CapCut app, you can just go ahead and use any other editing platform because it's going to be cheaper and you don't have to deal with this new policy that CapCut has brought to us. Now, the last one I'm going to suggest is that if you don't want to use any other editing app and you don't want to get the one from Play Store where you get to pay the actual fee, you can still use the APK file, but you need to have access to the recent ones. You need to have access to the because they update that app all the time. I think almost every month they get to update that CapCut app, right? I think every month the APK files get updated. So you need to always have the updated one. When you have the updated one, you will be able to deal with the no internet connection issues. And if this does not work, like I said, the best option at this point will be to pay for the main one or go on another editing software. Thank you for watching. I really do hope that you got some information from this video. And if you're still struggling and you don't know how to, if maybe you have the main app and you're still having the no internet connection error message, you can just watch this video I made here to understand how to get that resolved. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment and see you in my next video. Bye.